guys, look what I discovered! You won't believe this story about Cleopatra, the last queen of Egypt. It's going to be quite a ride. Did you know her family was Greek? She was part of the Ptolemaic dynasty that ruled Egypt after Alexander the Great. Wow, that mix already makes everything more interesting. Since she was little, Cleopatra learned several languages. She even spoke Egyptian. Whoa, she was a true polyglot. Just imagine chatting with so many different people. At 18, she became Queen of Egypt. Have you ever imagined taking on that responsibility at such a young age? It must have been both scary and exciting at the same time. Right from the start, she shared the throne with her brother Ptolemy III. It was a partnership full of tension. They even fought for power more than once. But Cleopatra was too smart to stay wrapped up in royal squabbles. She mastered political tactics and used her wit to win allies. Everybody kept their eyes on her. She was also curious about economics. Did you know her face appeared on Egyptian coins? That way, everyone remembered who the real boss was. Things changed when Julius Caesar arrived in Egypt in 48 BC. He was running from trouble in Rome. Whoa, their meeting changed everything. Legend says she was rolled up in a carpet to meet Caesar. Can you imagine that scene? It must have been straight out of a movie. After that meeting, they became allies and lovers. That gave Cleopatra extra clout on the throne. And Caesar was totally impressed by her brilliant mind. In 47 BC, their son Ptolemy XV was born, also called Caesarion. Did you know his name comes from Julius Caesar? It was a way to add prestige to the boy. When Caesar returned to Rome, Cleopatra stayed in Egypt with Caesarion. She kept ruling and looked after the kingdom, always focused on holding her power. After Caesar's death, Cleopatra came back into the political spotlight. Mark Antony, another powerful Roman general, was smitten with her. That kicked off another chapter in her life. They threw incredible parties in Alexandria, full of lavish boats and feasts. Have you ever seen a banquet like that? Music, lights, and the most exotic foods. From their relationship came 3 children of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Wow! Imagine growing up with that kind of powerful heritage. Each child had a title and land to govern. Mark Antony and Cleopatra controlled the eastern Mediterranean. They had strong fleets and armies. Everything seemed to be heading toward a grand future. But the triangle between them and Octavian, Caesar's nephew and future emperor, grew tense. It was like a giant strategy board game, with all the pieces moving toward the big showdown. In 31 BC, the Battle of Actium took place, a decisive naval duel. Did you know it was the largest naval battle of its time? Antony and Cleopatra's forces were defeated there. After the loss, they fled back to Alexandria. The city was surrounded by Octavian's armies, and suddenly, the end felt inevitable. Mark Antony fell into despair and took his own life. It was a heartbreaking moment, full of emotion. Who would have thought this tale of power would end like that? Cleopatra tried to negotiate, but it didn't work. Wow, she remained courageous until her last breath. They say she chose to die alongside the greatness of Egypt. Legend says she allowed herself to be bitten by a venomous snake, the famous asp. Can you imagine that scene? It sounds like a movie, but it was her reality. With Cleopatra's death, Egypt became a Roman province. This shift changed the ancient world forever. It marked the official end of the pharaoh's era. Her legacy is huge. Today we know so much about Egypt because of the stories she left behind. Did you know the Rosetta Stone was key to deciphering hieroglyphs? It was like finding a secret manual. She also wrote a book on cosmetics, sharing recipes for makeup and perfumes. That part she actually created herself. Did you know? It was a treatise that influenced beauty in Egypt for centuries. Can you imagine using the same perfume recipe a queen used over 2,000 years ago? Whoa, what a time travel trip. It's like getting a taste of history. And so, did you enjoy this trip through history? Then hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you don't miss anything, and comment below which character you want to see next. See you in the next video.